going up against the Cowboys.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
To the right and complete to Galladay. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down following the run. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Now, I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Again, it's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Perkins on the give from Manning. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They go with Perkins again, and he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Manning. It's caught. Shepard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And now a first down following that long gain. First and goal, Perkins. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Manning to throw on second down. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the 3 now. Here they come on third and goal. They'll let the shorter back Perkins run it, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Detroit!
Now rush. A dump off to Elliott. And now running right through it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun. Rush. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Here we go.
On 4th down. Rush. And that is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
2nd down now after the incompletion. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 2nd down, Perkins. And fights through 1 man. Sheds a 2nd man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there at 22. So Manning to Beckham in this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him, isn't it? When he catches the first one, I'm talking about OBJ, he just goes to the huddle and says more, more, more. And really, he's just one of those guys that once he gets going, look out.
There's Perkins on 1st down. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, they go to Perkins. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Manning to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon in there to sack him for a loss of 6. To throw on 2nd down. Rush. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A give to Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Now let's go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Off play action. Rush. To connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, it's Odell Beckham. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Beckham. He juked him. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. To Perkins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves them with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Manning. And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Throwing on first down is Manning. Blitz coming, and down he goes. David Irving. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. To Perkins, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Perkins on third down. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Looking to throw on second down. Rush. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll run with Elliott. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
To throw on second down. Rush. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On first down, Rush. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, it's Manning. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 2nd down. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now out come the Giants. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On the give, it's Perkins. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
On 3rd down, it's Perkins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He gets away from one. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rush. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. On 3rd down, here's Hill. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Beckham, the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So they run with Perkins. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On play action. Now Manning looking for Shepard deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Nifty footwork at the 45. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll let Perkins carry to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Manning. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
On 3rd down, that's Perkins, and he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Rush. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Now let's go.
Operating from the gun. Rush. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
To throw on 3rd down. Rush. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants will get it now at the 20. And the Giants ready to come out now. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
The drive starts with a run by Perkins. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
2nd and just 1. Now Manning. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here. Not done in the 4th. Elliott running right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bailey now to kick this one away. And New York set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Play action. Manning. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Derek Rivers. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now. He's been terrific so far. Fielded at the 20. He wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw on 2nd down. Rush. Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. From the gun, rush. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And a nice gain at 21 yards. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They go to Elliott again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And Bailey able to knock it through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt. Well, conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now Manning. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Manning to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They're on the outskirts of field goal range here in a tie game with a little time. So how do you handle this? What do you do here, Charles?
Everybody wants to pick up as much yardage as possible. But the weird part is for field goal kickers, being in really close sometimes puts more pressure on them because it's much more of a position kick as opposed to just going ahead and letting it out and letting it thump. A lot of guys like a little bit of distance because you know they can handle it, and it's a more natural swing of the leg.
So maybe getting inside the 20, not that big of a deal.
Not that huge of a deal. Sometimes that messes you up with the angles depending on which hash mark you're kicking from.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And a solid run down inside the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, time not on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the two defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. The tight end changing his position. On second down, Hill. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Bailey now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And New York set to take the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. David Irving in there to bring him down for a loss.